Well, hello, everybody. It's me, Peter, and I just want to welcome everybody to the one-year anniversary performance of Laughter is the Best Medicine, Kyiv. Now, I apologize. I failed to start the stream in time, and so we joined the first comedian, our buddy Taras, already in progress. I just want to make a couple comments on the year. What a tremendous opportunity. It is a distinct privilege and pleasure, even now, at this most dire of times, to be here in Ukraine, working with Ukrainians, to create civilization. I mean, the fundamental spirit of community, where people can come together and have a laugh despite everything that is going on. You know, that's why we call the group Laughter is the Best Medicine, because things are hard here. People are having a hard time, and it does not help that the United States has betrayed this country. It does not help that Donald Trump is trying to strong-arm the president of Ukraine out of office like some Russian goon. It is no help that the United States is trying to extort the mineral wealth of Ukraine out of the country and go back on our word and get paid back for the weapons we sent. How about if France turned to the United States and said, oh, hey, you know that help we gave you in the revolution? Yeah, it was actually a loan, and now you owe us $150 trillion in interest. Because that's what we just did to Ukraine. It's outrageous. So, look, I don't want to be angry. I was angry for the whole first term of the Trump administration. And I'm not going to do it this time. This time I'm going to try to find something funny. And last night I had the opportunity to come together with a whole bunch of funny people who made me laugh. And I'm happy to share that time with you. Thanks.
It just, it's funny because how did it happen? How did it happen that everything about women's rights and struggle women for equality came to this? Came to basically to bringing flowers and paying compliments. Some which are banal and some are original, thanks ChatGPT. And so I had an idea. I have an idea. Because actually I was in your place some years ago. I was struggling to, I felt sick for a week. I had to lie in bed after I bought a bouquet of flowers and then struggled through marshrutka, through the bus, through the rain. That time it was not that good weather like it's today. And finally I gave the flowers to my lady, and I was proud. Actually, I was immensely proud that I passed that torch, that I kept this tradition of giving flowers to a lady on a day of her rights. And yeah, so now I'm thinking, what the fuck? And I have an idea. And this idea goes with a story, so please bear with me just a little bit. And the story goes like this. A couple of weeks ago, I was asked to look at the copying machine at the library to see why it malfunctions. Which is strange, because I don't suppose that something in my looks or in my biography could tell you that I am specialist in this field. But as far as I was interested in impressing one of the ladies working in the library, I said, oh yeah, well, okay, I can take a look. So I went to take a look. I switched the machine on, I switched the machine off. I put a finger to my temple, and I said, Then I twitched the brow, and then I again switched the machine on and off. And I looked at the lady. She was moderately impressed with my efforts. And I was more or less happy. But then, what happens then? Machine is not working. Thanks God. Thanks God. The technician came and he said, excuse me, let me see. And he fixed the machine. So, why this parable with copying machine? I believe that probably men in Ukraine and feminism have this parallel with machine story, because men in Ukraine, well, men not only in Ukraine, men in general try to pretend that they know what feminism is, and women try to pretend that they are impressed with their efforts. But not in Ukraine, I'm sorry, and I have to say that not in Ukraine, because in Ukraine we are very honest. We are so damn honest that on the 8th of March we go to our ladies and we say to them, darling, I'm sorry, I don't have a fucking clue what feminism is and what is the struggle for women's rights. So please accept this bouquet and this chocolate as a sign of my sincere apology. That's it. Thank you.
Taras is brand new to the whole comedy thing, and it is, no, he is, this is only like the 3rd month he's been doing it, and I see great things ahead for him. Taras. And now the weaver of my favorite fever dreams, Tatiana.
Hi. I'm nervous. You know, do you think... Do you familiar with the situation learning foreign language? You can remember long, complex words, but simple ones disappear from your mind.
Yes.
So, if please help me if I fuck up. You know, like a lady rushes into a drugstore and asks a shop assistant, "Do you have acetylsalicylic acid?" "Do you mean aspirin?" "Oh yes, exactly. Keep forgetting this word." Yeah. Once upon a time, being abroad, I was asked by a strange guy if I free this tonight. Instead of answering, "No, I'm busy," I answered, "No, I'm pregnant." Yeah. Okay. What I want to say? Okay.
Well, Trump?
No, it's my dream.
22%.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know, maybe you know a famous sentence from Linda Evangelista, top model. She said, "I never leave my sofa for money less than $10,000. Not bad. When I get a proposal of a job which I don't like, I answer, "I never leave my sofa for money less than $10,000. As you understand, a lot of my money I spent on my sofa. So, and from time to time I say to myself, "Oh, Tatiana, Tatiana, life is passing by so quickly. Just do something. Make yourself great again." You know, I read an article. I don't remember where and why. according to that article, beautiful people get salary 22% higher than ordinary ones. And I thought maybe I should ask my manager to raise my salary for 22%, but okay. I spent time on my sofa and only one thought spinning in my mind. No one loved her and she started to kill. But in short time I fall asleep and I dreamt. A handsome, athletic-looking black man, totally naked, and I are stealing potato in Ukrainian supermarket Troup. Napoleon, you know Napoleon, standing nearby and drinking tomato juice. I don't know why, but in every my dream he drinks it. So, my naked guy says, "Hey, Your Majesty, I need some bag for potato. Hey, just put it in your pocket." Your Majesty, with my respect, you take me for kangaroo. But suddenly, we notice Trump. You know Trump? It's a president of United States. He's stealing cans with dog foods next to us. And Napoleon, "Hey, you bastard, shame on you, this is food for animals." So what, I'm supporting dogs, street dogs? Okay, next episode. A handsome, athletic-looking black man, totally naked, Napoleon, Trump, and I are walking down streets. Suddenly, a street dog approaches us and turns to Trump in a human voice and says, "Hey, you bastard, you sold me expired food." Next episode. My naked guy, Napoleon, and I drink gin tonic abalone in a Ukrainian fast food restaurant Puzata Khata. Trump nearby us eating borscht and quarrel with cleaner. He demands for 22% largest portion of borscht. Cleaner, why? Before of my beauty, illegal migrant. And all of a sudden, other street dog approaches us and says in human voice, "Hey, you bastard! I recognize you." People, he threatened me with selling me to North Korea as food. My naked guy lost his patient. Trump starts running away. He following him and turns to me and says, "Meet me in your next dream, baby. And one more, beware of Russians." And next moment I was woken up by a Russian missile strike. No, naked guy, son of a bitch.
Now, we don't only do stand-up here, right? We do sketch comedy and we do improvisational comedy as well. So what I need is I need 2 volunteers. I need 4, but we'll start with 2. We're going to play a game. The game is called Questions. And we give you a somebody knows this game. No. The game is called Questions. We give you a scenario. Hey, Alex. We give you a scenario, and then you get on stage with the actors, and you can only respond in questions. If you make a statement, you get buzzed off. Oh, we don't have a buzzer. You forgot the laughter thing. Well, I was counting on that. Everyone, it's Valeri's fault. Please abuse him unmercifully. There you go. That's the kind of hatred I want to hear.
Only verbal abuse.
Only verbal abuse. I won't say anything. So, who wants to play questions?
I want to play.
You want to play. What's your name?
Sergey.
Sergey wants to play. We need one other. How about a lady? Is there a lady maybe? No? Vika, you want to play?
Yeah.
Okay, Vika and Sergey are up first. With Nada and Sasha.
Is everything great there?
Let's see. It's as good as it can get. Hello, Internet world. Hello, everybody. We're live streaming the show.
Yeah, we don't give a shit about you. It's,
I mean, we're glad you're all here, but the 1,200 people on TikTok are really what we're interested in. All right. So, guys, come on up here. Sarah, we're gonna.
I heard a buzzer.
Oh, you're the best.
Yay!
Thank you.
Woo!
Will you hold on to this?
After the buzzer.
Will you buzz? Okay, so we want to buzz them on hesitation. Anything more than, say, 3 seconds.
Why?
Buzz them.
Maybe.
If they make a statement, buzz them. If they repeat the last thing they said. So no repeating, no statements, no more than 3 seconds to respond. Response must take the form of a question. Would you be so good as to reach into this bag and pick out a piece of paper? And what does it say?
Ice.
Reluctant, I did write it, so it's completely illegible. Reluctant ice hole plunge. You know these people that cut a hole in the ice and dive in the Dnipro?
We've done it.
Okay, so here's some idiots that have done this.
Yay!
Right. One of these people will be in favor of going into the ice water. The other one will be reluctant to go. So, you guys want to plunge.
Yay!
You guys do not want to plunge.
Hell yeah!
Okay? The game is called Questions. Sasha and Nada, why don't you move to the middle and start us off? Guys, you move to the edge.
We don't need a mic. We don't need a mic.
Whatever.
We're just gonna scream.
Okay. And then, when they get buzzed, you tap in. When they get buzzed, you tap in.
Okay.
Ready, Chair? Go. Ice hole plunge.
Do you want to go in there?
Don't you see I'm too innocent for this?
Did you ever tell me that before?
Did you ever see me?
Aren't you my friend?
Who are you?
What the fuck is the question? What the fuck is the question? You start with that.
Wanna join me?
No,
Wanna join me?
no, we
What the fuck is
die.
the
You
question?
understand?
What will you do tomorrow? This
What?
time?
I don't know. I don't want to jump. I want to leave.
Are you
It's a statement! Jerry!
Statement.
You bust my what the fuck, but you didn't bust that? Okay.
Shall I call my friends?
Aren't I your friend? Aren't I your friend?
Are you sure?
Why are you wearing a bathing suit if you don't want to jump in?
Don't you think it's a bathing suit? Seriously?
Buzz around, Chair. Yeah. Bring Vika in.
So, are you taking your dog here? Are you taking your dog?
Let's
Next
go,
time.
Belle. Let's go,
It's a
Belle.
statement. It's not a question.
Nada and Surrey.
Oh,
Are we proceeding?
Yes.
I'm buzzing one of you out at a time, not the team.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
So
Am I
you're-
doing
yes.
against her?
Yes.
All right. So, what's up?
What's the purpose of doing all of this?
Are you freezing?
How do you think?
Am I good?
In what?
Are you joking?
Okay.
Come on, Vika, redeem yourself. Questions.
ask a question.
Am I joking?
What are you doing tomorrow?
Am I not?
What are you doing tomorrow in the evening?
How can?
What do you think about Ukrainian president?
Really?
What do you think about American
Who are you?
president?
Really is not a question.
Really?
What?
All right. So,
All right, ice hole plunge. Thanks for being on that buzzer, Jared. All right, we got Tatiana and Taras. They're looking for partners. Who else wants to go? I need 2 more volunteers. Any volunteers? Everybody at this table is pointing fingers at each other.
Oh, please
Now,
come!
Larry.
Larry! Woo! Let's go!
We just need 1 more. Anton, how about you? No? Sasha? Is Sasha going up? No. I'm just working the camera. Good man, Sasha. Come on,
Oh,
we
come
need 1
on.
more. Anybody?
Come on, it's easy. No, it's not easy. It's not easy. Please come. Please.
Here, let's do this. Valeri, pull out a next.
Okay, I'll pull, but you're gonna read it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. The scenario is 2 bandmates that hate each other that have to come up with a set list. Right? A set list is the songs you're going to play. Right? So 2 guys in a band who hate each other. Anybody?
I'll take it.
Okay, Andrew. Hello. Andrew and Valeri, in bandmates that hate each other, trying to decide on a set list.
Go first?
Let's sound answer.
Are we playing already?
That's a question.
Taras and Tatiana start us off.
So,
Get ready to buzz, Jared. Be ruthless.
Okay. Do you have any jacket? Or do you have a costume? What is this?
do you think I need to have a costume to sing my favorite song?
What do you want from me?
Why do you think I want something from you?
Are you familiar?
Ain't we playing in the same band for 45 years?
I think Taras is questioning your 22%.
Do you think this is the way how Beatles actually serves? End up.
Separate? Have you heard about Oasis?
Why would I heard about Oasis? What the hell is Oasis?
Do you think it's the same story here?
Why would I think that?
The same story here, that's a statement. Buzz Andrew in.
Why don't you think I need to know what Oasis is?
Well, haven't you heard the big news about them?
Why would you think I actually try to follow any news?
Don't you read the internet at all?
Why would you think I read in internet anything but the shit going on in politics?
I just feel like maybe sometimes. Oh, fuck, that's
Guys, bandmates that hate each other. Thank you, Valeri. Thank you, guys. Comedy is tough, boy, I'll tell you, especially when it's not in a language that is your own. And so for the Ukrainians and the 1 Belarusian that's here, I really applaud you all. On the subject of that Belarusian, where is Misha? Misha! Yeah!
All right. Hey everybody, my name is Misha Kale and I'm from Belarus. And I've been at the International Legion. Shut the fuck up. Go join the 3rd Assault Brigade or something. You know? Listen, I love you guys. Hey, I'm taping this for my friend Kirilo Alexievich Budanov. All right?
Oh God!
So nobody
That's
else.
a person I never wanted to know who I was.
So, but, dude, this is like a live stream. I'm a fucking terrorist, man. Whatever. I've got nothing to lose, right? Hey, listen. So I've got some observational war humor for you. Hey, you ever been in a trench? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been to too many trenches, you know. Usually you stay in the basements, you know. You ever been in a trench? You know what you don't see in a trench is a trench coat. There's not a lot of trench coats in trenches, which is weird, right? Now, you know what you do see in the trenches is mice. Yeah? The mice there, you don't understand, they shine like stars. Like when you fly over, you know, with a drone, they just, they shine like stars. They're like, you know, heat signatures. And if you zoom in, you know, anyway, the joke kind of sucks. Alright, no, I'm gonna finish it. When you zoom in, you know, you see the little mice just kind of chilling in a rocking chair, you know, in a trench coat, they're smoking a pipe, you know. In this joke, the mice are like Sherlock Holmes sort of stuff. Do you see what I'm saying at all? Yeah? You guys are not with me. I don't feel like you're fucking with me. You know what I mean? Hey, what's your name? The yellow NASA dude. What's your name, sir?
Eric from America.
Eric from America? What are you doing?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
I'm helping Ukrainians to win the war.
You are here. Yeah, all right. Is Trump your friend? Do you know Trump? Yeah? So, what's your friend's name? The lady that's sitting next to the yellow dude. What's your name?
Ira.
Ira. So, I've heard that you know Trump personally.
Okay. So?
Well, couldn't you like help out? Do you see Zelensky? Like, your English is obviously better than his. Like, couldn't you do something? We had a fucking situation a week ago. You could have saved all of us.
English is not enough for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what should we have? Like, English is not enough. What do we need?
Brains.
Brains? Yeah, that's a rare commodity these days, right? All right. I love you guys. Listen, I'm like an observational comedian tonight, all right? Listen, landmarks, you know, in military settings are always, you would always have a Peter something. You know what I'm talking about? Like a Peter Les, Peter Strasse, you know, Peter Dom. You probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but there are some people who know what I'm talking about. So the landmarks, you know what I mean? There'll always be Peter something, and there's always gonna be like a siska, and there's always a pisyun, you know what I mean? You always hear like, the enemy spotted on the left ball of the... You know what I'm talking about, right?
No. Nobody knows what you're...
Do you know what a landmark is? You know, on the map, landmarks, you know, you have different tree lines that look like something, and there's always, the associations would be like a penis or a... Alright, fuck that.
It's a military slang, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Dude, you are really a treasure, smart. You know? But why are you wearing like a NASA shirt?
So nobody, that's looks kind of obvious, so nobody won't suspect me as a spy, you know?
Dude, no, it's suspicious, you know? I feel like...
That's the thing.
NASA is the deep state, you know what I mean? Like if you were wearing a...
So I kind of pretend like NASA and state it so bluntly, so nobody would think of something else.
Yeah, alright. Alright, listen. I don't have PTSD. I'm just an asshole, you know? I've always been like that, you know what I mean? Before any kind of fucking war, you know? Before the Trojan War, I was an asshole, you know? But of course I don't tell that to people, you know? Of course I blame everything on PTSD, right? Like I've been I smoke weed, but because of PTSD. Now, I've been smoking for 10 years, but the war has been going on for 10 fucking years, alright? But yeah. Listen, How old do you think I am? Ira. Yeah.
How old?
How old do you think I am?
36.
36, yeah, pretty much, man. I'm 39, dude. I'm almost fucking 40, alright? I have a son in Germany who's almost 18, you know? And I've been worried that I'm gonna get a call and he's like, oh, dude, my girlfriend is pregnant. But now my girlfriend is pregnant. I'm gonna call my son and be like, thank you, yeah, thank you. Hey, we need more fucking babies, right, in this country, right?
We need more babies.
Yeah, we need more babies, whatever. But yeah, what am I gonna do? Like, call my son and be like, hey, guess what? I'm having a baby. Do you wanna raise it? I mean, you're 18 now. Isn't it kind of poetic though? Ira doesn't like it. She's suspicious. Well, Jesus Christ, I can't be like good at everything. These people next to you, they're not even looking at me. Like she hates me, man. It's because I'm from fucking Belarus. All these Nizlamny Ukrainians are judging the Belarusian terrorists. That's where we're at, right? Okay. Right. I have another joke about war, but it sounds really dumb in English. It also has a lot of military jargon, right? It's about a mortar. You guys know what a mortar is? Sure. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna do this one in Ukrainian. All right. So, мінометник робить своей жінки кунилингус. Она такая, угол правильный, 30 влево, 20 вперед, перелет, даю новые координаты. I realized something really important during sex the other day. So we're having sex doggy style. You know what I'm talking about, right? The doggy style. And my girl goes, slap my ass, you know? So of course I slap, I oblige, I slap her ass. She goes, slap it harder. So I slap it harder. She goes, harder. And I'm thinking, listen, from here I can slap it just this hard. So I take a couple of steps back without taking myself out of her, Because my dick is really long in this joke, all right? No, I'm kidding. Of course not. I tell her, listen, you show me how you want to be slapped, And at this point she takes out a leather belt. And that's why I realized something important, I realized how important it is to have a father growing up, All right, thank you so much, man. I'll meet you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Misha, our DEI hire.
Nice job, pal. Nice job. And now with her reflections on the last year of Laughter is the Best Medicine, Kyiv, let me introduce Nada.
I'm scared of this thing. Yeah, Misha stole the whole show. It's so difficult right now to perform after Misha, but I will try. Okay, guys, so it's our 1 year anniversary. Our comedy troupe. And I struggled. I was trying to figure out which topic I should prepare for my stand-up, because it's like a huge event and so on and so forth. And Peter said that dicks should not be a topic. We are not talking about dicks. He banned dicks jokes and...
No, I didn't ban dick jokes. I said mutilation of penises is not a topic.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so...
In case you're wondering, not as single again.
Yeah. That's why I decided to talk about something else, something, not that dramatic. Yeah, so today I'll be talking about the main reasons why it's so cool to do improv comedy. Basically, it will be like 3 main reasons. The first and foremost, you can fool people. Actually, I have a natural talent in making fun of people. I'm doing it since my teenage years. So I have a younger brother, and we have 10 years difference. He's 10 years younger. And usually strangers doubt that he could be my son or whatever. So usually when we were taking taxi or something like that, taxi driver trying to figure out, like, and I was always like, yes, he's my son. And yes, the life is tough. And basically in all other life situations, I basically do the same. Because the main rule of the improv comedy is yes and. You need to always agree, basically. So a guy messaged me on Instagram. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, and? But I found you on Tinder. Yes, and? But does he even aware of yes, and? And that's how people lose hope in humanity. The second reason. You can break the unspoken social rules. So, talking about me, I don't do small talks. I'm telling everything that I think is important. I'm telling everything how it is, and so on and so forth. I don't date in traditional way, and I don't communicate in traditional way. For example, I don't send nudes on request because I already have a pre-made folder with all nudes because I'm too lazy to making something new. And I'm saying, the same stuff to different people usually. And I always imagined some SBU officer who's monitoring my messengers, like seeing I'm sending the same stuff to like different guys, and like, come on, we already seen it. Like, and I heard some laughter from this like side. I guess we have at least one SB officer in this room. Because that's not because of my paranoia. That's statistics. And the main reason, the third reason, you can develop a character or alter ego that you can use in your daily life. I developed a spiritual person character. So I had one side project where I helped my friends, and I was working there for 3 months, and I got burned out. So I went to church, downtown, very spiritual place, a very old church, and I lit the candle, big one, near the icon, very spiritual, very powerful icon, and I prayed for the development of this project. And then I told my friends, now you have support from the higher powers, so you don't need my support anymore. Thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable, inimitable Nada. This is the sketch comedy. This is when we do a skit.
I saw the disappointment.
This was the most shittiest job interview. I was like, oh fuck. I didn't realize I signed up for this.
I'd like a copy of your CV in triplicate, please. Right, in both English and Ukrainian, or whatever it is your people pass off as English will do. So, ladies, I am so happy that it is our 1-year anniversary. I'm so glad to have gone out to dinner with you all. I cannot tell you what a pleasure and privilege it has been this past year. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You spilled the salt.
Oh, sorry.
Oi! You threw that in my spectacles.
Oh, I'm sorry, I spilled it, so you know. You have to...
Probably I should slap you. And that's for a good luck.
I should play the lottery.
Taras. Guys, did you hear what happened with Snezhana?
Why? What? What did she say? All my tests were negative.
No, it's not that. It's you see, like she forgot her phone at her apartment and had to go back. But when she left the apartment, she forgot to look in the mirror, guys. Yeah, I know. Then she went out. The doors opened, but there was no elevator. Just like that, 23 floors straight down. Poor woman. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was predictable.
How she didn't predict that it was her tarot?
Yeah. Poor tarot girl.
And did you hear about Anatoly?
No.
Why?
What did he say? All my tests were negative.
He ordered 10 roses for his girlfriend.
He had a girlfriend?
What the fuck?
As soon as he left the flower shop, he was attacked by bees. He's allergic, so he died right there at the bus stop.
It was predictable.
You know, speaking of the dead, you know, my neighbor has been sick. And so I went to the church yesterday. I lit a candle for her. She died that very afternoon, which to me is proof that there is no God.
Which side of the church did you light the candle on?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of went in into the left.
Oh my god, no! You can't
What?
You motherfucker! Left side is for dead people, right side for living. We should stop letting Americans into our country. This is terrible.
I didn't know.
It was predictable.
So, how is everything?
Oh, Taras, can I tell you? The beef short ribs, braised for 48 hours, served in over a kosher curry rice with a gochujang aioli and a sweet soy gastric was a miracle. Divine, East meets West, Buddha and the Messiah, all on one plate. Masala.
Okay. And you?
The spring is back, and I turned to my comfort food, and you know, I found that comfort in a plate of a hand-cut saplan tagliatelle with aged Parmigiano Reggiano and shaved Australian black truffle, worn me down to my very tender Ukrainian soul.
There is nothing tender about your Ukrainian soul.
So, for me, the Persian cucumber with trivoglia and prosciutto, snow pea croissant, Easter eggs, radishes, with garden leaves swept me away like a cool spring on a hot summer afternoon. Sun shining in the sky in the deepest azure blue.
Oh, good.
Tatiana, what did you have?
It was unforgettable pig ears. So much. Like a horse.
Check, please.
Give me a fucking break. Back to reality, we are in Puzata Khata.
Oh no! My whole tour crypto crashed. I lost everything. Again!
Taras.
Scene. Okay. Now, for anybody that's interested in more comedy in English, at the Underground Comedy Club on Zoloti Varoda, they do English comedy every other weekend. Or I'm sorry, every other Tuesday. And this Tuesday, the 11th, is the next show. A regular there and a guy I met there is our next comic. Everybody welcome Dima.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and?
It's not for you, it's for Americans. I heard there are some Americans in the audience. Thank you. Thank you. I need to do more than Zelensky. They counted that Zelensky do it 92 times. I'm only 5 yet. Thank you.
I just got it.
So sorry. Yes, I'm really sorry. My comedy works on anxiety, and this was just happy week. Nothing bad happened. I'm sorry, no comedy today. Have you ever had this feeling like you was in the argument with somebody and on the next day I should say that? You're like, for some reason I'm now doing it for Zelensky. Like I'm in Oval Office. Like somebody asked me why I'm not in a suit.
Oral office. Oral.
Somebody.
Why are you not wearing a suit?
Thank you. First of all, I definitely look great in a suit, but it could be rude because both people I am talking to is fat. I could outshine them, and I'm just a guest. I think I should be Zelensky speechwriter, actually. I'm getting bald right here. I will not show you it, but you should believe me. And it's hard. It's hard, but at the same time, I'm more open to online relationships. She never sees this part on Zoom. I moved in another apartment this week, and this is fucking awful. This is fucking awful because I'm paying more than for apartment I loved just to live like homeless person. I'm living in expensive apartment, but I'm surrounded by boxes, trash. Dog. I have a dog. He didn't understand yet that we moved. I moved to building which is close to my previous one, and every time we go close to my old building, he's like, "Let's go home." I fucking miss it. Yeah, and you know these advent calendars? Like you open something. I'm doing this right now with boxes I have. Like I open a new box. Wow, this is exactly what I wanted 2 years ago when I bought it. Finally. So how are you, everybody? Scream something, please. Oh, it's off. How was your International Women's Day? Do you have any tradition on International Women's Day?
Cry.
Cry? Good one. Any other traditions? In my younger ages, in university, I was in love with a girl from other university. And I decided to make her a gift and bought Raffaello. But she was living in a dorm with 3 other girls, so I bought 4 Raffaellos at one time, which was expensive. And when I came to the dorm, they all was in cities they're from, because it's a weekend, idiot. So I came home and eat 4 boxes of Raffaello. And right now, every 8th of March, I buy myself Raffaello. For the women! Because I love them. Everything okay? It's my anniversary today, 9th of March. Last time I drank alcohol was 9th of March 2020. 5 years. And I still believe it was weak when COVID started. And I still believe that all this happened in these 5 years. It's just my dream.
You pick really good time to stop drinking.
I didn't know yet. Then, thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dima. 5 years sober and he still looks like that. Thank God he stopped drinking, huh? The last member of the company, and then we have some special guests coming up, but the last member of the company is Sasha, and she's going to come up and probably regale us with the nightmare that is her dating life. Or not.
Do you remember the joke about 22%?
Yeah.
I have another one. Okay. Sex with me is like 22%. People think they can actually pull it, but then they remember about their ugly ass. Okay, another one. Sex with me is like panic attack. You never see it coming. Thank you very much. Okay. Now to real shit. So, a year ago, this is a 1-year anniversary, and like a year ago, I was a fully different person. Like, I remember a year ago, I went to my grandma's, I still had, the ex-boyfriend was still my boyfriend at the time, and I got to her house, and she's like, Sasha, like, one of my signatures is my nails. Now they're not too long, but when I came out with these jokes, they were, so just imagine they're long. I come to her house, and she's like, Sasha, but like, with those ass-long nails, how are you gonna cook dumplings for your husband? And I'm like, shit. And I'm a real problem solver, so I actually was puzzled by this question, but then I found the solution. I just dumped the guy. And everything was solved. And then I also have a best friend who's gay. We're really good friends. We were roommates for some time, and recently he got a fish tank. So he records me a video message on Telegram saying like, oh, this is my fish tank, this is a catfish, and we named her in your name because she sucks and sleeps every day. I'm like, fair, fair. 2 days pass by, everything's good, Sasha's good, flying in the tank, swimming in the tank, maybe flying, I don't know. Swimming in the tank, everything's good, and then he texts me without a hello, without a how are you, just one sentence with a period at the end. Sasha died. I'm like, okay, which one? Because I'm pretty much alive or in the limbo. I'm not sure yet. He's like, no, the fish Sasha died. I'm like, what happened to her? And he goes like, well, she jumped out of the fish tank, fell behind the little tumbuchka. I forgot the word for tumbuchka. Help me out, please. Not a shelf, a small one. Bed something. Not a bench, you sit on the bench. Oh my god, you're not helping, guys. You're not helping. Whatever, little shelf, thank you, Johnny. She fell behind the little shelf, and they found her only a couple days after that, when she started to smell. I'm like, if this is actually the way I die, can I please not? Like, can I have a supervisor who's gonna watch me to not fall behind a small shelf and die there until someone notices because I start to smell? Like, I don't want that. What's up with the jokes? What's up with the jokes? How's everybody feeling with all this news right now? Ooh. Happy? Boo? No? Okay.
Did something happen?
Did something happen? Did it? Are you living in a simulation, Peter? Are you? Yeah. A couple of days back, I was called entitled because of the way I look. Because I tried to look like dress fancy, and people were like, "Oh, you're rich and entitled." But I actually really love to help the poor people. I mean, none of my exes had a car, but they all saw my boobs. I mean, like, I love to help the ones in need. That's my whole deal.
That's just charity work.
Exactly. NGO. I'm an NGO, in a way. But you know who real Robin Hood is? Only fat models who have a partner. They're actually like taking from the rich and giving to the poor. And when their partner starts asking questions, she's like, do you want to live without my salary? I don't think so. I don't think so. And besides, he's just a friend. I never even saw him in person. Like, that's not a serious deal. But yeah. I think I'm gonna end with that, and can I announce the next game? Can I have the privilege of announcing one game?
Please.
Thank you. The next game will be Prepare to be Judged, and we need a poor soul who doesn't have any issues with their self-esteem, because if you do, there is a slight chance that you might end up crying and running away from the stage. So, any volunteers?
So the game is called Prepare to be Judged. We ask one of you to come up here. Now, Sarah, you've already played, but if we don't have another, we will. We will answer 3 things about you. Where you come from, what you do, and an interesting fact about you. Please be aware, none of it will be flattering or true. Okay, who do we have?
Chris.
Chris, come on! Hell yeah! Are we gonna be using a mic or are we gonna scream?
We're gonna
scream.
I don't need a mic, but maybe pass the mic around amongst yourselves.
If anything, Mike's is right here.
Okay, so this Travis Kelce looking motherfucker. He comes from, obviously, now here's a seat. You can sit right here.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah.
Right,
sure.
sit down. We'll be the same height then.
Yeah.
So this guy comes from somewhere in America where they feed them on corn to grow them big. As a job, he's Travis Kelce's stunt double in T-Mobile commercials. And an interesting thing about him, he cannot walk past a patch of wet cement without drawing a penis in it. Anybody else?
Helps with my jealousy.
Okay, he works as a stock photos model.
Stock photos or what?
You were in that frame I bought.
He usually imitating like farmers and stuff like that.
Do you own any plaid?
Like overalls?
Yeah.
I want overalls.
Yeah, damn right.
I don't think I'd rock overalls.
Overalls are so comfortable.
Thanks, bro.
He looks like a 40-year-old man. Okay, 35. It's not gonna be flattering. Who works in finance, makes a 6-figure, has a 6-pack, a wonderful wife, and 2 kids with older son and daughter, but he's gay.
I do just want to point out he is here with probably the most beautiful woman in the room, Anastasia. There we go.
And I think he was born like a girl, but then he has changed his sex because he's hot.
Thank you very much. Happy Women's Day.
Anybody else want to have a go at our boy?
Come on.
Well, everything was said, but you didn't say that he was born and raised in the alien colony. And they just have the reference from 80s and 90s action hero movies. That's it.
So they left him in the embryonic tank for 2 months too long.
Yeah.
He came out 64 pounds. What is that in kilos? 32.
Too fucking much.
Too fucking much.
Thanks, buddy.
You guys should do that. That was great.
Wait, hang on 1 second. Do you want to tell them who you really are, what you really do, and something interesting about you?
Yeah, sure.
You are under no obligation.
No,
I
it's
was
cool.
gonna sidebar, just leave it, man. That was actually pretty solid.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you. Yeah, my name's Christopher. I'm an English teacher at the British International School with my boy Andrew. I'm up here because he came up here first. Thank you. And interesting thing about me, God, I don't know. Are there any interesting things about me?
Where did you start working after college?
I was in the Peace Corps. I was in Rwanda. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Thank you for your service.
Thanks, Peter. You too, man.
Woo!
Okay, anybody else?
I could do that.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, is it Ina?
Ira.
Ira, I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, Ira.
I'm so sorry.
I could.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, I could start from the interesting fact. So, interesting fact about Ira. She's the only person who's not stopped being emo from her teenage years.
I think Ira has a daughter, and she's divorced, but to keep this bond between her and her daughter, she started dressing like her. Yeah, it was an interesting fact.
Nice.
I think maybe she worked like a model, but then she asked about 22% raise.
That was wonderful.
No, I'm sorry, I know Ira personally, so it would be a mistake from my side.
Well, draw on your personal knowledge to abuse her in public, please.
Exactly.
For the sake of all of our laughter. Okay, obviously, Ira comes from Kyiv, but she works as a Raggedy Ann doll model. Do we know who Raggedy Ann is in this country?
No, we're not.
Okay, never mind. She works as a Wednesday Addams double or model. And all the new... No, you don't know? That's not a good one either? Oh, damn.
Sorry. She did not finish one.
She comes from Lissahora. Did I say that right? Do we know what that is? That's the Witch Mountain, right?
Yes.
That's the Witch Mountain, right? So she comes from the Witch Mountain. She is here to bewitch all of us. And an interesting thing about her, she can.
Nice.
That's it. Would you like to tell the folks about yourself?
I love that one. My life is okay. I love those things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks so much for being a good sport. We've got a couple special guests coming up now in the person of Jerry and then Rachel. And we'll be just about at the end of the evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jerry. Jerry.
I got in the elevator the other day, the same time as another guy. He pressed 6. I didn't press anything. I don't want this guy to know anything about me. He looked at me a little bit curiously, like, this guy's not from the 6th. We get to his floor. He gets out. I don't move. Now his curiosity turns to suspicion. Well, I say I didn't move. I moved my head a little bit. As the doors were closing, I smiled. Haha, sucker! You'll never know that I'm from the 10th floor. Oh shit, too late. Someone from the lobby called. Going down. Get to the lobby. A beautiful girl gets in. I'm pressing 10 like crazy. Hey, look at me, I'm from the 10th, I'm from the 10th. I'm single. I think I'll walk, she said. She got out. I'm pretty sure she works on the 7th. 7th flight of stairs. I don't need to tell you guys what that's like. Let's hear it from the audience. How many flights have you had to walk in the old blackout days?
10.
10? I'm looking at you curiously. You're not from the 10th.
I'm skinny, 10.
Okay, and that's where you live or where you work?
Live.
Anyone else? Can anyone beat 10? 10 flights?
21.
21.
Yeah.
And did that happen like daily during the blackouts, or how was it?
Actually, even before the war, my lift is so faulty that sometimes every week you just break and I have to go up and down. Save money on going to the gym though.
Okay, can anyone beat 21? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, so not only walking the stairs, there's also, I once got trapped in the lift. I was with 3 friends. It was 3 girls. And you don't know how long you're going to be there. Could be 4 hours, could be longer. Anyone else get trapped in a lift this last year or 2? How long for?
For about 40 minutes. But the elevator, the inside of the cabin, it didn't have the door, so I was staring at the part of a floor.
Oh, okay. So yeah, terrifying. In fact, it's not clear if it's boring or terrifying. I guess for my 3 girls, it was terrifying. So I tried to ease the situation a bit. I said, hey girls, we can play a game. Marry, fuck, kill. Okay, most people get in an elevator. Oh, by the way, do we have any claustrophobic people here today? Because we're not getting out of this elevator. This is going to be all elevator jokes. So, most people get in an elevator, and they simply press the floor they need. So predictable. Some people think they're more exciting. They get in an elevator, they press the floor they need, and then they press force close. But if you really want to flirt with the elevator, you get in and you only press force close. Ooh, where are we going? Okay, this is sketch comedy, so I'm going to perform now something called the sarcastic elevator. Cutting! Cutting! Oh! Somebody in a rush, are they? Don't mess with this. Don't mess with the sarcastic elevator. Okay. So, in a Ukrainian elevator, you see maximum 300 kilos, 5 people. A lift in America, maximum 300 kilos. What the fuck is a kilo? Dude, we use pounds. Also, what the fuck is a lift? Okay, I should warn, the next joke is from 1989. A lift in Ukraine, 300 kilos, 5 people. A lift in Ethiopia, 300 people, 5 kilos. My older brother told me that when I was 9. A lift in Ukraine, 300 kilos, 5 people. A lift in Russia, 300 kilos, 0.5 Steven Seagals. Okay, here's the last one. A lift in Ukraine, 300 kilos, 5 people. A lift in Scotland, 11! Thank you very much.
Jerry, ladies and gentlemen, our token Brit. Woohoo! Now, the next comedian coming up is Rachel McVeigh, and I've been watching her perform for the last year, and it is really a pleasure to have her here with us for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel McVeigh.
Hello. Wow, it's bright up here. How's everybody doing? You guys been sleeping well?
Oh.
I had a crazy dream last night. Like, you know when you dream about the stuff that's about to happen, the future disasters? So, I dreamed that I was up here, and I totally bombed. It was the worst dream. But I think it's a win-win, because if you guys laugh, then I'm funny, and if you don't laugh, I'm a fortune teller. Yeah. And I already forgot what my opener was. Let's see. So, yeah, it's just been like crazy times these days. I think we can all agree it is not the kind of days when you get up and you're like, oh, I'm feeling so optimistic about the world, excited to get out there and do stuff. It's so crazy with everything that's going on between the powers of the world that I actually started, when I hear the missile, the air alarm, I actually started going to the shelter. I mean, that hasn't happened for like 2 years. When you live here for long enough, you hear the air raid alarm, and you're like if you're already in bed, you're like, rule of 2 blankets? Yeah. Okay, so we have war, we have also, I'm single. Yeah. I got divorced, but we're still friends. And honestly, guys, I hear so many people who have broken up and they're like, yeah, I broke up and she's such a bitch. Or I broke up and they're so toxic, whatever. Like, I feel that when I can say, I broke up, but I'm still friends with my ex. Like, you wear that shit like a badge of honor, you know? Like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Rachel, I'm divorced, but I'm still friends with my ex. I'm not a crazy bitch. I'm still friends with my ex. I got, like, marriage didn't work out, but I'm still agreeable. Yeah. Also, who else is friends with my ex? My mom. Yeah, she sends him baby pictures of me, which is weird. He used to be in the army, so because my mom cares so much about Ukraine and is so wise and knowledgeable as an American, she asked my ex if he has Zelensky's email address so that she could warn him about Trump. Thank God for my mom. Yeah, so due to all of various situations, I wouldn't tell this to a lot of people, but we've been here together for the whole evening. So I feel like there's a vibe, you know, I can tell you stuff. So I've been drinking a little too often. And the other week, there was the meeting with Trump and Zelensky, and I went to the bar, and I was like, okay, like, let's party, you know? And I got there, and I was just like it was so loud, and there was music, but you know, like, what's actually happening out there. And I was like, okay, Rachel, that's when I realized alcohol is not the answer. It's time to try methamphetamine. I did not try methamphetamine that night, but I did meet a lot of people. And the thing about meeting people at bars is now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like always thinking how, like, comparing myself to them on the age timeline. Like, is this person younger than me? Are they older than me and still cool? Like, where do I compare, right? And I met this guy who is 20. I know he was 20 because he was like, I'm 20. And I feel like 20-year-olds are like the pygmy goats of humans, you know? They're just traipsing through life like it's one giant TikTok video, like, oops, I slipped into the puddle of MDMA, wanna be friends? And this guy asked me how old I was. Guys, when a 20-year-old asks you how old you are, don't answer. It's a trap. I told him how old I am, and he looked at me like I was the guru on the mountain. Like, tell me, what is life like after such a long journey? And I was like, dude, we're both here drinking tequila on a Wednesday. If I had life advice, we would not be having this conversation right now.
How old are you though?
I'm glad you asked. I had a birthday a few days ago. Yeah, so now I'm 33. Thanks. I was workshopping this joke with a friend, and I don't think we quite succeeded, but let me try it, because as we've established, we have a vibe here. So a friend told me that 33 is a super important age. A lot of people achieve important stuff when they're 33. So I Googled, why is 33 important? First answer, Jesus established his ministry and went to heaven at 33. It's such a big deal, right? How can you compare to that? But then I realized, fuck, I'm still alive. Yeah. More jokes. So when you tell people that you're 30, I feel like a lot of times the reaction is as if you've revealed you have a diagnosis. Wow, you're 30? Oh my God, I never would have guessed. You look so good. Don't worry, you still have a lot of time ahead of you. But I don't know, like I see a lot of places, these surveys are like, whatever, the age categories, like 18 to 20, 21 to 25, and then there's always 30 plus. And I'm always like, 30 plus what? Is not exactly the end of the runway. Are we talking about 30 plus a job with benefits? Or 30 plus 5, 30 plus 10, 30 plus 53 plastic containers that are definitely going to be used one day on your balcony? Yeah. So, anyways, I have enjoyed our time together, you guys. Thank you.
Rachel McVeigh, ladies and gentlemen. 33 years old, the same age as Jesus and Evita Peron. Ukraine, right. So, guys, I want to talk about a couple of things real quick. I have been saying motherfucker a lot. Is that happening to anybody else? Especially motherfucking Trump. That comes out of my mouth quite a lot these days. Now, these other folks, they were up here trying to make you laugh and tell you jokes. I'm not going to do that because I'm an American. So I am here to make a point, right? I got something to say. Let me tell you something. What you got to know about that is, see? Because that's what Americans are like, right? We're like that. A lot of people think it's crass that I call the President of the United States a motherfucker. I do not. I have a different vision of what class is. In the United States, I have found that there are two classes of people who curse like sailors. The very rich, because they don't give a fuck, and the very poor, because they have nothing to lose. And when I think about myself, you know, being an American in Kyiv, just being an American in Kyiv, people respond to you sometimes in particular ways. What I get a lot is, oh, he must be a wealthy American. I want to assure all of the green card chasing, gold digging kidnappers out there, I am not. I can save you the $50 of running that credit check right now, guys. I am what we call in America independently poor. Now, by coming here to Ukraine, I immediately became independently middle class, which is nice. That's nice. And being an American, because you get class points for being an American in Kyiv, I became independently upper middle class, which feels really good, or at least it did until last Friday. Motherfucking Trump.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. That motherfucker. He, of course, I'm referring to the White House office visit of President Zelensky, which went flawlessly. It was an absolutely perfect meeting in which everyone was professional and got along. And we all feel safer now, don't we? That we're living in a safer world. Motherfucking Trump. Trump misunderstands the world. He doesn't understand that money is not what buys you class. Right? I want to assure everybody here that anybody who's got a golden toilet is all class with a capital K, which means not at all, right? But Trump and his ilk, they have this notion that because they can buy and sell people, they are the upper tier. This is nonsense, I want to assure you all. Now, my buddy Kansas Steve, he's a guy with class. Last week on Facebook, he posted this. He posted the words, "When I protest for all Americans. I want a better future for everyone, not just for me." And in that simple statement is an acknowledgement of a fundamental truth. It's the acknowledgement that the great animating spirit of fraternal cooperation is the genius hallmark of our species. Or, to put it a different way, it's an acknowledgement that if those fuckers can take my neighbor's rights, they can take mine too. And so I have to demand for my neighbors the same rights that I demand for myself. That is a fundamental principle of democracy. And I gotta tell you guys, when I look around the world, the only people I see fighting and bleeding and dying for their own democratic sovereignty, and by extension, the democratic sovereignty of their neighbors, are the Ukrainians. And so I would be remiss if we were here together in this spirit of community, enjoying a laugh, if I did not acknowledge that the only reason we can engage in this level of civilization together is because of the sacrifices that the Ukrainian armed forces are making at the front every day. This right here, I've had the great good fortune to be out in the Donbass and to talk to some of the guys in those trenches Misha mentioned. And I'll tell you something. There is not one of them that I've met that wouldn't be proud and glad to see the smiling face of one of their loved ones in this crowd, able to step away from the tumultuous, desperate times that we are in and have a laugh and enjoy civilization, which is a real thing and a delicate thing. And it's in their hands. They are the thin line between us and the orc horde that wants to devastate it all. And so at this time, I ask all of us to rededicate ourselves to do whatever we can to support the ultimate victory for Ukraine and to support the Ukrainian armed forces as they move toward that victory. When I think about, and it would not be truthful of me to stand here and say that we are not at the most dangerous moment in this thing. I believe that we are. Right now, we are at the moment of most danger. And I, frankly, am not smart enough to have figured out any jokes to make it funny. And neither could I ignore it. So instead, I have a couple of thoughts on what to do during this period. One, go learn something. In an age of cultural ignorance, where ignorance is valued and cheered, just the act of learning is an active defiance of the status quo. Go and learn something. In this age of lies and disinformation, pursue the truth at all costs and don't listen to the lying liars and the lies they tell, but insist, demand on facts. And in this time of hatred, choose love. Do something for somebody else. I got a friend in Ohio. All she's doing is painting rocks blue and yellow and hiding them around her town. And it doesn't sound like much, but every one of them that gets found, that gets picked up, that gets taken home and put on a windowsill or put in the garden, sends a ripple of hope and joy out into the world, and every day reminds them of what's important. Because this right here is the most important thing happening on the planet. And finally, the last thing is it's okay to call the president a motherfucker. It's not okay to call that motherfucker president. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us tonight. I'm so grateful to all of you for coming out. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your participation. Ladies and gentlemen, the ensemble. Big thanks, of course, to Gonzo Bar and management, and Stella especially. And remember to tip your waiters. What's that?
Storytelling night.
Oh, storytelling. Oh, yeah.
18th.
The 18th. Okay, so a couple things. The 18th, here in this space, will be storytelling night. That's Andy's and Jerry's gig. And you have a chance to practice your English for 5 minutes come up and tell a true story. It's a good time. I encourage you to come out. What else?
Americans do this in reverse.
What?
Yes. In America, we do month and then day.
Oh, okay, that's a private conversation. It's worth mentioning too, with Trump having cut all foreign aid, America House Kyiv, as you know, is closed, right? And we're trying to recreate all of the cultural events that America House Kyiv provided to Ukrainians. So every Wednesday, right here at 1900, we have a new English-speaking club called In Conversation With. Woo! Everybody is welcome to come on out, and we would encourage you to come out. While we're doing this, is there anybody else here from the arts community that has something coming up they want to mention?
No.
Okay. Do you want to get up here?
Shall we do Q&A?
Oh, I think if anybody wants to talk to any of us, you can talk to us. I don't think we'll do a formal Q&A.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a possibility to participate in terms of telling my jokes next time. How do I participate?
Are you funnier than the people that were up here?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in, pal. Jerry.
No, tell us one of your jokes. Right now.
Do you want to get up now? Do you want to get up now? I don't know. Jerry, tell him about Tuesday, would you? Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, merci. Adieu. Don't forget,
Yeah, that's it. Go.
try your waitresses and tip your bartender. Wait, what is it? Try your waitresses and tip the meals.
Your waitresses and tip your bartenders.
We get another beer and they want to talk shortcut?
But you can try your waiter. My waiter.
Yeah, hello. You are so brave. I didn't do anything at all. I mean, in the end I could at least introduce myself or something, but then I just...
Oh, you get to introduce yourself by name.
I didn't even tell my name or where I work or anything about me. Peter introduced you. Oh yeah, maybe he did, yeah.
And he like mansplained you.
Okay. It's not my first time here, it's my second time here. And I know quite a few people here, so I'm just totally I felt quite safe. But 2 years ago, I couldn't dream of doing it. I was so self-conscious.
I wouldn't dream of doing it now.
You're funny, yeah. Your jokes are good.
Thanks. Yeah.
So you mentioned those places with some ratings, age groups, something. Really? Are there some kind of this classification?
Yeah, like I was doing one of those quizzes, like the AI, let's tell you your productivity plan kind of thing. And it has that, like it's everywhere. And I'm always wondering, what does 30 plus stand for? And sometimes I think it's 30 plus ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen?
You're gonna call him out to me his thing. He's like,
well, obviously 30 plus, or else you wouldn't be interested in this question.
How far can one go? Yeah.
How many pluses?
It's hard to tell in this light, and also it's a very tricky question, you know, because people get offended.
I will.
Yes, easy.
No, I'm joking. You know, it's a stand-up and another from our group, from our age group.
Thank you.
Yeah?
I just don't hear many Americans. So it's like Peter, it's you.
Sorry. Who's still here? There's still a few people here. Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
me loosely.
Does anybody have any questions while we're still live? Hello, Russell Kennedy. How you doing, pal? Cook and stir fry. How was it? Did you guys enjoy it? Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it. Hey, Lizzie, I'm plugging along. Did you catch any of the show? Hey, Ben Lindback. We're just wrapping up, pal. The live stream will be reposted. Hey, Ben Lindback. We're just wrapping up, pal. The live stream will be reposted on YouTube. You can check it out there. All right, kids. Ooh, I can't do that on TikTok. Sure. So we are at Gonzo Bar, which is in Lukyanivska. There's a great park across the street there. You can see this is an industrial area. And then they have this great craft beer shop, Gonzo Bar. Thanks, Lizzie. Appreciate it. No class, Nightshade. Nice. All right, kids.